Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is Big Girl Diary. Oh my goodness. Okay. Stop the press. Pause. Full stop. Rewind. There is some wild stuff going on. Oh man. Okay. I've been watching this story with Savannah Guthrie's um, mother, who has been kidnapped. That's horrifying. Okay. But within this story, it has a lot of working parts. And it's like a smorgasbord of all types of people, mostly are unrelated, coming together to this one issue. And I'm just thinking this is a ball of madness. Now, by it being madness, I think this situation is way bigger than what's being presented. And some of the people, before I even get there, let me go ahead and discuss what we know. Okay? What we know, which turns out to be, I don't know. I don't know. Well, number one, we know Savannah Guthrie's mother is 84 years old and missing February 1st from Tucson, January 31st to February 1st in Tucson, Arizona. Now, I could only imagine how hot it is down there, and I'm quasi jealous because I'm in the Northeast. Snowstorm, but I digress. Now, she was taken from her home. Now, the woman has a pacemaker, and from what was stated, that there was a couple of blood drops on the front porch. So there was no car out there. But however, it's strange. It's just really strange. The doorbell camera that we know was not functioning properly, but managed to get some video and some pictures that was not, the quality wasn't that good. I think by her being in a affluent area, Guthrie, Savannah making all that money. But anyway, now there's one singular guy that comes up in a ski mask. And I have some thoughts on that. Just some thoughts. We could work that out. The guy that the ski mask, he had on the gloves and he had on a little backpack. The one that comes in front looked a little tight. Okay, I was gonna say a joke. It's so inside. Then the guy, the mask on, the head mask, the gloves, the backpack. Then he gets shrubs and put it in front of the camera. I don't know what to make of that. I can't figure that one out. I don't know. Maybe he had some shrooms, whatever. I don't know. Then there is a note for $6 million in Bitcoin, and the note has not been authenticated. Seemed like the kidnapper knew about the cameras. It's quite interesting. Now, Savannah's mother, it has good faculties, her cognitive as well. So that's her mental issues and her cognition is on point. That's nothing to be concerned about. And Savannah has two other siblings, Cameron and Annie. And here's the interesting part. There's this guy named Derek Carrera. He's an interesting guy. Okay, this guy has no connection at all. I gotta say, he's a garden variety idiot, but you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about. Now, also, another thing what we do know is that Tomasco Koine is Annie's husband. Like I said, it's interesting. Now, there is so much to this case that the fact that the kidnappers that sent the letter or the demand for $6 million in Bitcoin, there has not been any because Savannah and her siblings said we want proof of life. That has not been proven yet. The letter has not been authenticated, so there is some areas of concern. So, question: was she truly kidnapped? Because she has medication she needs to take. She has heart issues. So they kidnapped a woman that is sick and that needs a lot of care. You're dumb. Why? Number one, why kidnap anybody at all? That costs money. That costs a lot of freaking money. You got to feed them. You got to keep them in certain places. And then you kidnap a woman that has some serious health issues. Okay. But however, that is what occurred. Now, here we are. What we don't know. No proof of life. We don't know who did it. We don't know if there's more than one person. We don't know. We only saw one person, but we don't know if there's anybody else there. Don't know. We don't even know why Nancy Guthrie, Savannah's mother, was even kidnapped to begin with. There was a suggestion that the kidnapper in his little backpack, the police say that he might be armed and dangerous. We don't know that. We don't know if the kidnapper had a car. I mean, I'm just like, this is wild. We don't know whether if there was attempt of burglary or not. Now, even the son-in-law, Tomasco, Keone, was at some level, or what maybe speculation, that people were looking at him. We don't know whether if he had an addiction problem, because people were saying that. Don't know. We don't know what happened to the video footage of Nancy's surveillance, because there was some issues with it. So we don't know whether if the kidnapper did something to the video. We don't know if there was an inside job. We have no idea. And Nathan Sabatino, who is he? Yeah. So let's get into the things that we do know. All right. Okay. Now this right here is Savannah Guthrie. She's on USA Today, some national what do you call it? News program. And I've seen her on TV. And that's her 84-year-old mother. Now, this right over here is the masked man may have, kidnapped her. I'm not sure. So this is just something that is a question mark, right? So this right here is the family. This right here is Tomasco, Annie's husband. This is Annie and her husband. This is Savannah and her mom. And this is Savannah and Annie. Now, they have a brother Cameron, but he's not in this picture. But that's them right here, Tomasco and Annie hiding, because this is just a big thing. And I'm surprised that they put all this out there. There's a lot of information out, so I'm a little surprised. So here, this is what I was talking about. There's this guy that was on a front porch going to the door. Like right down here is the glove. This is the shrub that he had covering the camera, but it was quite interesting because he walked up to the camera. Then he walked back, got some shrubs, came back to the camera and put it in front of the camera to try to get in. It's nuts. It's nuts. And here's the gloves to which they believe he used. Now, this is the person. Now, look, now just pay attention to these eyes right here, right? And he has a mustache, little stash that you can see. All this is important. Now, this right here is the stash, the must here, a little stash here. But this right here is a strap, what they were talking about, that he may have had some type of weapon. Don't know, but it's just what's being said. Okay, now, this right here is Dominic Aaron Lee. Now, just look at him here, and he happens to be in a band that Tomasco, Savannah's brother-in-law, played in. It's quite interesting. But when you look here and you look at him right here, I don't know. Eyebrows, eyes, I don't know. I don't know. But it would be quite interesting because he would have some knowledge. More than likely, Tomasco would say something. But the police say that he's not a person of interest. But I would be remiss if I didn't say anything about this. Now, this right here is Derek Kayaya, right? This right here is Nancy Guthrie. This guy, he has nothing to do with them at all. But however, he finds himself in with what's going on with the family. Okay. Now, he's the one that sent the letter, the ransom letter for 6 million Bitcoin. Well, okay. Number one, whenever you use anything with digital coins, right? They track every coin. Like, Bigger Diary, how is this even possible? Well, if you know anything about digital coins, you know how they go from one point to the next. And if you are in that, then you would know that you're able to look at the coin, see how many times it has been traded. It goes back to the original coin, especially if the coin had the name changed, like Open Coin was Open Coin first. Now it's XRP. And if you look at it, you can see it goes back to where you can see Open Coin just by, you would have to know. Okay, but it can be done. So this genius right here, give me $6 million in Bitcoin. Like, they wouldn't be able to track it. Everything's on the ledger. You're like, BGD, what is a ledger? Well, a ledger is the same as you going to the bank, writing a check, how much it is, where it's going, what you're going to pay. All of that will go on the ledger automatically when you send that Bitcoin wherever it's going to go. It goes on a ledger. So when you take it and put that on whatever wallet, Bitcoin wallet, they can track it because you're going to spend it. Everything what you do goes to a ledger. I mean, you guy's stupid. But anyway, that's what this fool did. Now he's in California. I can't remember where, but he's he's dealing with the court system now, and he's in trouble. Okay, finding himself in an investigation because Savannah has money and he thought he could profit off of it. Oh, despicable person, so despicable. So here, look at here and look at here. I just don't see it. I don't. And I don't know whether this person has glasses or not. I'm not quite sure. It looks like it has some kind of goggles. I don't know. But no, that doesn't look. And even then, he has no, beard or anything like that. But even putting them close together, okay? So this right here is Derek and Dominic. Trying to see if they looked alike. they have some similarities, but still, this right here, the little mustache and the beard, I don't know. This guy right here, Dominic, I don't know. I just have a feeling. I very well could be wrong. Very well could be. And that's Anna uh, Guthrie, and that's her husband, Tomasco, his bandmate, because they're in a band together. Now, they're saying that he has a rug problem between Coca-Cola and a crack in the sidewalk. You know what I mean? So it's quite interesting. So going through all this, leads me to a lot. I just have questions, and it leads with Dominic. Dominic, he I just think he is a key to this in some way. I don't know if he leads to the brother-in-law. I'm not sure, but there's more to this, way more to this, and I'm just, something just doesn't seem right. But let me go ahead and show you this. Let me drop this right here. Why is this even up? Let me see. Can I bring it up? Okay, right here. Now, this brings a lot of, all right. Okay, we get into the masked man and all that, but this is a rather interesting thing right here. Okay. Now, they were on the roof. Let me see. Can you see it? Okay, yeah. Now, on a roof, there's this light. Okay. So, when the police came to investigate, I don't think they did such a thorough job. But the FBI came and they went on top of the roof and they found some things there. So I found that quite interesting. So here it says Patel, or Cash Patel, said the individual is armed. Nothing that at least one of the videos show would appear to be in a holstered gun. Oh, okay, we have to go back and look at that. Okay, working with our partners, as this morning, law enforcement had uncovered these previously inaccessible new images showing an an armed individual appearing to have tampered with the camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door the morning of her disappearance. Okay, so let's take a look at it right here. Now you see he walked up, he puts his glove right there, right? So he's trying to show himself. He's just trying to cover. And it looks like he's doing something. His hand was down there. Now, the backpack. Now look at him. Look what he's getting ready to do. Now watch. He's going to bend down and get that shrub. Quite interesting. This guy is a genius. Now it's interesting how it blocked. He just popped up there. Now he's putting the shrub in front of the camera. Why? They already saw him walking back and forth. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. But there's another look at this. Now I'm looking for that holster, what he was talking about. Now here, the Pima County Sheriff which is leading the investigation, issued an identical statement to the FBI and said no media briefings were planned at this time. So that's good because they should have waited before they put anything out. But here, Savannah Guthrie, today's show, the co-anchor, his daughter shared one or more photos. So I think that right there is nice. Her mom, Savannah, her sister, Annie. That's nice. But I just found that quite interesting. Now, let's go back. Let's go back to the oh no, not that. Is this it? Yeah. Now let's go back to, is that right there? I just don't see. Okay. I just don't see where that holster was but I find this situation, or this case, rather interesting. Now, I saw it, I really didn't pay too much attention to it. So now that it's been 2 weeks, I'm like, okay, there's something here. I don't know what it is, but it goes back to the guy, Dominic. I think he fits into this situation somehow. I don't know. I don't know how tall Dominic is. It's just, there's just more there. I really can't put my finger on it, but what are your thoughts? Put something down there, because this is a really, I don't want to say just simply an interesting case. It's more than an interesting case. It's a little scary, not a little, it's very scary. An 84-year-old grandmother that has heart issues, that has been kidnapped, and there is no one has heard from her in about almost 10 days. 10, 11 days. So that right there is scary. But what are your thoughts?